Hi friends, today we are going to talk about L-glutamine and its use and its contraindications because one of my subscribers asked to do so. Here on the left, you can see a laundry list how L-glutamine could be used. It starts with sickle cell disease, with all kinds of digestive complaints, and it ends as a brain restorative substance. You look at this and you're saying, here we go, for everything. Not that fast. So for my subscribers, before you take any substance, you need to understand what you are doing and why you are doing so. Let's go for the explanation. Next two slides, you have to understand absolutely and totally and completely. Here we go. This egg-shaped form is our cell. This is L-glutamine. It comes inside the cell and immediately gets shoveled into formation of protein synthesis, nucleic acid, amino acids, and fatty acids. This is the function that is basically to restore or to maintain the structure of our cells. It's like in the house. You have a house and it constantly have to be maintained. You need to fix this, you need to fix that, and that's what L-glutamine is used. Most of L-glutamine get converted into glutamate. Some of that get converted back to glutamine, and the energy get consumed during this time. So when glutamine converted to glutamate, energy get released. But then when it's converted from glutamate back to glutamine, energy is taken back. So this is kind of a shuttle mechanism in our body that allow the cells to keep the energy within the cell and release when it's needed and conserve it when it's not needed or not needed in that quantity. So, and I will elaborate more about that a little bit later, but that's an important to understand. This is the energy storage in individual cells. So glutamate get converted into alpha-ketoglutarate. It says ketoglutarato. It's because I stole this picture from Spanish scientific research magazine, but it's actually alpha-ketoglutarate. I think that this is the best picture. Simple explanation. So alpha-ketoglutarate goes into citric cycle, and it's within the cell where finally the carbon skeleton get chopped down, carbon and nitrogen get released, and the energy get created. Also, part of glutamine get converted into sugar because many cells in our body use only sugar as a source of energy. So we need that. Also, part of that glutamine is converted to glutathione. Everybody is talking now about, can I take glutathione as an antioxidant, as a supplement? Here we go. Take glutamine, and inside that cell, you will form glutathione. Most of the glutathione get formed in liver cells where there is a lot of oxidative damage because the liver does basically detox organ, and it fights oxidative stress also. So I will say a few words later about glutathione. Part of L-glutamine converted into GABA, major neurotransmitter, calming neurotransmitter in the brain. Also, a lot of GABA in the digestive tract, where it's responsible for the motility. Basically, your digestive tract have to contract from top to bottom, and everything have to go from top to bottom and out. And also responsible for absorption of electrolytes in the digestive tract. Next slide is, you see, again, this is the cell. And when oxidation happens, because energy production is the process where reactive oxygen species get released. So they are oxidants. Also, we consume a lot of oxidants in form of drugs, chemicals. Smoke could be oxidants, coloring agents. So all of that can create a damage to the cell. So oxidants, what they do inside the cell, they activate nuclear factor. That nuclear factor goes to the DNA, and DNA it's a signal, start to produce inflammatory mediators. And they get released into the bloodstream, and that's when the inflammation starts. Okay, inflammation now is the major problem. So inflammation is everywhere. We talk about osteoarthritis, inflammation, all autoimmune conditions, inflammation, cancer, inflammation, cardiovascular diseases, inflammation, diabetes type 2, inflammation. So less inflammation you have in the body, better you're going to be. So for that, within the cells, within every single cell, we have glutathione, which is formed out of L-glutamine through glutamate, glutathione, and what it, as an antioxidant, what it does, it stabilizes that nuclear factor substance, preventing that from going and activating inflammatory mediator production. Okay, now we are going back to that first slide. Now you understand. So you know how L-glutamine gets converted into different substances. You understand what it does. Look at that, sickle cell disease. The sickle cells, they are unusual shape. And when some damages happen to them, what happens, they get stuck one on top of another, and the patient has pain and could have a heart attack or stroke. So L-glutamine acts as an antioxidant within those cells. Digestive tract, gas, bloating, IBS, IBD, GERD, diarrhea, all of that are symptoms of inflammation. In order to combat, you take anti-inflammatory substances. Now, bile reflux. Why it's here? Because look at that. I talked about GABA, and I said GABA is in the digestive tract, responsible for contraction of the digestive tract. Make sure that everything moves from top to bottom. What's the bile reflex? Means that the bile comes into the small intestine and moves retrogradely, means moving from small intestine into the stomach, and then even into esophagus. That's when you feel sour taste, bitter taste in the mouth, and the gastroenterologist will go with gastroscope and say, oh, look, in the stomach you have this green bile. So you have a bile gastritis and bile acid reflex. After the surgery, what happened? Cut, a lot of damage to the tissues during the surgery. The cells that line on the border, their survival depends on L-glutamine because it's source of energy, right? I talked about that. Here it is. Its source of energy gets shoveled back and forth. And it's antioxidant, glutathione, okay? On topic the L-glutamine and immune system, the research started in 1950s. The bulk of research done in 1980s, when they found out that immune cells such as macrophages, lymphocytes, leukocytes, they depend when they go into the area of inflammation. So this is like bacteria or fungal infection or viral infection. So there is this inflammation happens. It's big and red. And immune system cells, they have to go there where there is a lack of supply of nutrients and antioxidants, and there is no energy supply there. So they have to go there into that environment, eat that bacteria and viruses. It's all done because they have an energy source within themselves, and they have antioxidants. So energy is production, and antioxidants are also there. So GABA, again, is in the brain. At this time, there is no good research on a topic of using L-glutamine in early stages of cancer, and it's contraindicated. However, in the description below, I post one article that I found. It's talking about using L-glutamine in patients with cachexia patients, meaning that patients who are in advanced stages of cancer basically spreads everywhere. Immune system fights. There is a lot of destruction going on. It's basically there is so much inflammation. It's basically fire consumes the person cannot eat, person losing weight drastically, everything is just, nothing is working quite right. So they gave L-glutamine high doses to those patients, and they actually did okay, prolong their lifespan. Sources of L-glutamine: eggs, beef, milk, tofu, rice, and corn. You can see here my favorite topic, on the topic of diet, right? People, vegan, vegetarians, be aware, especially vegans, that meat, eggs, and milk are a source of L-glutamine. So it's very difficult sometimes to solve deficiencies by taking supplements, because I had this experience with the patients in my practice. If they are vegetarians, you try to correct deficiencies by recommending them supplements, and sometimes it works kind of okay. So my subscribers, you know that I'm against all kinds of diets. I'm against vegetarian and vegans. I'm against keto diet. There is no good diet, just sensible eating. So now, here you can see that daily dose is quite wide, between 6 to 30 grams. Why? I recommend patients to start with 6 grams. This is the minimum dose. If you see a positive effect, means that you're feeling a little bit better, so you can double the dose. 20 grams and plus is reserved, this high dose is reserved for patients who had major surgery, sepsis. I actually only few times in my life recommended to people with brain damage 22 grams per day of L-glutamine. So what I suggest, buy it in form of powder. Do not buy in pills, because pills usually have about 500 milligrams, meaning half a gram. So in order to get 6 grams or even double the dose, so you have to take a lot of pills. So it's much easier to buy in form of powder and dilute it in warm water. And by the way, again, it's probably contraindicated at this time for early stages of the cancer, so do not use it. If you have any questions, ask me. Please like, subscribe, and that's it for now. Bye-bye.